Hello everyone, I am LBR Guru SEB 04. I am NAJLA DAYANA.
My name is Ling. My name is NURSHAZLIN.
Contents of the project. Statistic plays an important role in analyzing real-world data and making informed decision. Focus on Dataset A aims to examine the relationship between diet type and disease resistance. This study uses Dataset A, which contains 200 observations of disease resistant status, resistant and non-resistant, across 3 diet types. Firstly, diet A, secondly, diet B, and third, diet C. So, the project aims to analyze whether different diet types are associated with disease resistance using statistical method. Statistic plays an important role in analyzing real-world data and making informed decisions, especially in the field of health and nutrition. This project focuses on Dataset A, which presents the distribution of disease resistant status among 20 following 3 different types of diet A, B, and C. The dataset consists of 200 observations where disease is non-resistant. Understanding whether dietary patterns are associated with disease resistance is essential, as it can provide insight into the effectiveness of different diets in improved healthy outcomes. By applying statistical analysis techniques, this study aims to examine the relationship between diet type and disease resistance using a structured and scientific approach. So, the objective of this project is summarizing the multiple discrete random variable in dataset A. Second, perform a statistical test analysis. Perform a statistical test analysis to infer the relationship between the variables in a question. The question is, the significance level of the analysis should be set 50%.
Okay, for 2.1 research question, we have the question which is there a significant association between diet type and disease resistance among patients? So, this question is specific because it involves only 2 variables, namely diet type and disease resistance. It is also measurable because the relationship between these 2 variables can statistically tested using data collected from 200 patients. For 2.2, hypothesis. Based on the research question, 2 hypotheses are formulated. The null hypothesis states that diet type and disease resistance are independent, meaning that the type of diet does not affect disease resistance. It is the statement of no effect or no difference between the variable being tested. For the alternative hypothesis, state that diet type and disease resistance are not independent, meaning that there is an association between the 2 variables. It is the statement that the researcher is trying to find evidence for suggesting an effect or relationship exists. These hypotheses are important because they help guide statistical decision making based on the result of the test conducted. For 2.3 is statistical test selection and justification. To the test hypothesis, the chi-square test of independence is selected So this test is appropriate because both variables are categorical. Diet type consists of three categorical, namely A, B, and C, while disease resistant consists of two categories, resistant and non-resistant. So in addition, the data are presented in the form of frequencies, and the objective of the study is to examine the association between two categorical variables. Therefore, the chi-square test of independent is the most suitable statistical test for the analysis.
Okay. Before performing the chi-square test of independent, we must ensure that the required assumption is satisfied. So the first, the data must be presented in the form of frequency counts. In this dataset, each cell represents the number of patients, so this assumption is satisfied. Second, the category must be mutually exclusive, meaning each patient can only belong to one diet type and one resistant category. So third, the observation must be independent, where the classification of one patient does not affect each other. This condition is reasonable for our dataset. Finally, the expected frequency in all cells should be at least 5 based on our calculation. All expected values meet this requirement. Therefore, all assumptions for conducting the chi-square test are fulfilled. So next, 2.5, we present the statistical output. First, we summarize all the data into a joint frequency table. So diet A have 49 resistant, 20 non-resistant, diet B 49 resistant and 17 non-resistant, and C 48 resistant and 17 non-resistant. In total, there are 146 resistant and 54 non-resistant. Using the row total, column total, and the sample size of 200, we calculate the expected value for each cell using the formula, which is row total times with column total divided by 200. So for example, we get from diet A for resistant 69 times with 146 divided by 200. So we can get the answer is 15.37. So after we calculate all the expected value for each cell, so we can go to the next step. We need to calculate the chi-square. The given formula is O minus E squared divided by E. So for example, for type A, resistant, 49 minus with 50.37 squared divided by 50.37. So we can get the answer is 0.037. So we can sum in all the components, so we can get the answer is 0.213. The significant level given is 0.05, and the degree of freedom calculated as R minus 1 times with C minus 1, which equals 2. After that, using the Excel's chi-square distribution function, the p-value is approximately to 0.90. We do not use the chi-square critical values method in this project because the assignment specifically requires software-based analysis, which provide an exact p-value. Critical value tables only give approximate range, which are not suitable for proper statistical interpretation in real data analysis. So finally, now we interpret the result of our test. Since the p-value of approximately 0.90 is much greater than the significant level of 0.05, hence we fail to reject the null hypothesis. This means that based on this dataset, there is no significant association between diet type and disease resistance. In the conclusion, based on this dataset, diet type does not significantly influence whether a patient is resistant or non-resistant. So, this is all from Group 4. Thank you.